Hello and welcome to Out of Her Mind with Kobe Pollock. I am Kobe Pollock, your host. And this is the podcast for the woman who wants more, who's sick of living in survival mode and is ready to actually go out there and create the life that she wants to live. I am a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, breathwork facilitator, registered nurse, mum of two boys, wife, a farm mum to many animals as well. And I've been through my own journey of burnout and reached the point where I didn't want to be here anymore and I had a plan to end my life. I've learned the tools and ways to support myself and rebuilt my life from the ground up. And now I get to help other women doing that as well. So thank you for being here. And I do ask you, if you are not subscribed to my podcast or my YouTube channel, please hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. I really want this in 2026 to go out to all of those women that need it. Let's make this big. Let's share this movement of getting out of her mind and really create such a beautiful space for women. Thank you for being here. So today I want to speak into, and I'm going to get nice and comfy here as well. I want to speak into mindset a little bit more. So I've been sharing recently my last two podcasts. If you haven't listened, go back and have a listen to them. I've shared a lot around nervous system regulation, what a dysregulated nervous system looks like, a regulated nervous system, and how you can shift that if you've been living in survival mode for so long. Because this is exactly where I was 4 years ago. I learned the tools and the techniques to support me to move out of that, to shift my nervous system, my mindset, to rewire my brain for success, and to create that dream life that I'm living now. So it does all start with the nervous system. So if you haven't listened to those episodes, go back and listen to them, because that is the key in making changes in your life. You must have a calm nervous system first, or at least have some tools in place to know how to calm your nervous system when you need to. You see, if we're living in a state of overwhelm, of survival, of fight, flight, and freeze, we're not going to be able to change anything. Or maybe we'll make those changes for a very short amount of time, but they're not going to last long term. So it's about coming back into your body, getting out of your mind and into your body, so that then you can create those changes that you want to make. This is why I've created this movement, Out of Her Mind, to get into our bodies and then make those changes. All right, enough about that, Kobe. Now actually get into what you're going to talk about. So I want to speak into the beliefs that we form and how they actually play out in our lives. So one of the main modalities that I use is neuro-linguistic programming. And this is a way to create change in your life, to understand how your mind, your nervous system, and your body all work together, and to be able to make any changes so that you can create that life that you want to live, that life where you're actually living life as opposed to just surviving, being overwhelmed and exhausted. And I wonder if you can relate to that at all. So neuro-linguistic programming is about making those changes, understanding your body, your mind, how you experience the world, and being able to make those changes. Now, the thing is that most of our beliefs, the first experiences we have of emotions, so whether that's negative emotions like anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt, or whether it is positive emotions as well, all of those first experiences we have within the first 0 to 7 years of our lives. And so I want to give you an example here. And this is the biggest example that I use after I have a sip of my cup of tea. I don't know if you could hear that or not. I'm definitely a tea drinker as opposed to a coffee. That's a whole different story. So 0 to 7 years. So the story that I like to share is that imagine that you're a young child, maybe 3, 4 years old, and you're in the lounge room. And your parents are maybe in the kitchen somewhere. Your siblings are maybe off somewhere as well. And you come into the lounge room and you see a red crayon lying on the ground. And you think, oh, that's cool. Oh, then you see the white wall. Now, as a child, you don't know any different. You just see a blank canvas and this bright red crayon that you can draw a masterpiece with. You can draw that house with the little door and the chimney and a tree and a cat and a dog. And then you can draw yourself and mum and dad and maybe your siblings as well. How great is this picture going to look? As you're drawing that picture, though, your mum or your dad might walk in and they see you doing this. Now, as an adult yourself now, you may have kids, you may not have kids. That doesn't matter. Imagine what your reaction would be if you were to walk in and see someone drawing on a white wall with a red crayon. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're in a rental, whether you own the house, whether it's someone else's house or a holiday house that you're at, you will have some sort of a reaction. Because this is the thing, our nervous system responds before we can actually catch up to what our mind is doing. So whether that reaction when the adult walks in is something from still a reaction to what the hell are you doing? Don't do that, you silly brat. There's reactions. Now, as the child, if we go back and live this experience as if you were the child, what are you going to think about this? The thing is that we make experiences mean something about us as humans. Everything that happens to us, we create a meaning about ourselves. So in this moment, as a child, whether it's the reaction of the to the you little brat, oh my horsey, hello Bella. Bella's coming to the door to say hi. Hey, gorgeous. Oh, you had better not walk in through that door. She knows there's lucin in here. I think she can smell it and she wants to get in. So whether you have the reaction of the to the no, Bella, no, to the here we go. Here's me responding to her right now. This is a really great example too. She is making this experience mean something about her. I mean, it's not just humans, right? It's all animals. Okay, go back to it, Kobe. So whatever reaction we have, we make that mean something about us. So the big reaction of the you little brat. What does that little kid make that situation mean about them? Do you make it mean that you've done something wrong? That your parents don't love you? That you're not good enough? That you're an idiot and why did you do this? You're a kid, you didn't know better. You were just doing the best with your resources that you had at that time. Even if the reaction is a, and you hear that, you see that, you're still going to make that mean something about you. You're going to go, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. I'm a bad kid. So then that meaning that you make about yourself has formed an imprint in your unconscious mind. We go through our lives, and once this imprint is formed, it is there. We have these beliefs that have started. Then you might be going through primary school and you're in PE class. The teacher has separated. There's 2 captains. Everyone pick a team. Your best friend is one of those captains. And they pick everyone else before you. You're the last person to get picked, and then you end up on the other team. as well. What do you make that experience mean about you? Do you make it mean that your friend doesn't like you anymore? That you're not good enough? That you're not loved? That you're not worthy? When it doesn't actually mean anything. Maybe you just aren't really that good at sport and your friend was like, no, I'm going to win. I'm going to pick all of these other ones. You don't have to make that mean anything about yourself. Let's fast forward to say you're in your 20s. You're older now, you're going out, you're partying, you're having fun. And there's this guy that you like and you want to ask him out. You get that bravery. Your friends encourage you to do it and go on, Kobe, you can do it. You go and you chat to them and they say, no, I'm not interested. Or maybe they just ignore you. What do you make that situation mean about yourself? That you're not good enough, that you're not loved, that you're not worthy, you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough. We're humans, so we make situations mean things about us. Again, each of these situations reinforces that first belief that you formed. See, it keeps happening. I'm not loved. I'm not worthy. I'm not pretty. I'm not skinny. All of these things reinforce those beliefs. And then we start living our life like it's true. And maybe you've been living your life like this ever since you were a child. I know for me, my biggest flavor, my biggest limiting belief is I'm not good enough. And I've always felt like I need to be doing more and being more to be good enough for people to like me, which led to people pleasing. Wonder if this is hitting home for you at all. So, how do we get around this? Once we can understand what that belief is, where that emotion came from, and knowing logically that it's not true, then we can start to change it. And of course, this is all after the nervous system work too. Now, this may be feeling like a lot. You're like, okay, Kobe, I get it. You want me to calm my nervous system first. You want me to do all these things. And then you want me to recognize where these thoughts are coming from and change them as well. I'm flat out doing anything right now because I'm so overwhelmed. I get it. It can feel like a lot when you put it out like that. Thing is, all you need to be doing every single day to start with coming back to yourself 3 times a day, 3 deep breaths, slow down and feel your body get out of your mind. And seriously, that alone is going to start to make a huge difference. That will start to increase your capacity to be able to do more, to start to rewire those beliefs, those things in your head that you've been telling yourself for your whole life. And it truly will change your life. So, you know how I spoke about that these limiting beliefs have been formed based on the meaning we've made about ourselves. And then each experience we have, so that's just 3 experiences that may have happened. So there's so many more things in our lives on a daily basis, a lot of the time, that reinforce these beliefs for us. Our mind has a negative bias, so it's going to be looking for these beliefs to reinforce them. We have, and I'm going to get a bit sciencey, nerdy here. Here's my registered nurse coming out. We have what's called the reticular activating system in our brain. Now, this is a part of our brain that looks for things to reinforce them. So it's the part that when you go, right, I need a new car. I think I want to buy an FJ Cruiser. You see them everywhere all of a sudden. That was me. And We got rid of it. And it was such a beautiful car while we had it. I love FJ Cruises. Anyway, that's another story. So the reticular activating system makes you aware of these things that are already in your awareness. It will point them out to you. So those negative beliefs that you are having, it goes, oh yeah, I know them. I'm familiar with these. I'm going to recognize when there's more of them. Therefore, repeating them in our mind, making it more likely for them to happen again and again and again. We are just reinforcing these beliefs that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not loved, I'm not pretty, I'm not skinny. All of these things. So we need to shift them. And I truly believe that once you calm that nervous system, learn how these imprints and beliefs are formed, and start to learn to change them, it is easy and simple. And I know it may not sound like that right now, though I have done it for myself. I have helped hundreds of other women do this as well. And I know that if you are committed and you want that change, then you can do this too. All right. Is that everything I wanted to say with that? Now, I would love to know, does this resonate with you? Can you relate? Drop a comment, share a story in wherever you're watching this, whether it's podcast, Spotify, Apple, Buzzsprout, YouTube. Send me a message on social media. Let's talk about this. One of my biggest beliefs is that women don't heal alone. We heal in the reflections of each other. When a woman can be vulnerable and share their story and what has happened for them, then other women can listen to this and not feel so alone. That is why I share my story and I'm so passionate about doing this. So please let me know. Does this resonate? Do you have any other questions about how you can create this change in your life? All right. I think that's a lot of information for you to take on. Maybe listen to this podcast back a couple of times so that it can actually drop in for you. And reach out to me if you want some support with this. Now, I want to finish this podcast off just by taking a moment to drop into your body. So, if it's safe for you to do so, you're driving, pull over if you can. Don't close your eyes if you're driving. But if it's safe for you to do so, just close your eyes down or soften your gaze. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Really sigh that out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Place a hand on your heart and check in with yourself. What is it that you're feeling in your body today? Is there somewhere in particular that you can feel some tension? If you can, just breathe into that space a little deeper. And then breathe it out, let it go. Will your body start to relax from your head, your shoulders, your arms? Relax your belly and your back, your hips, your legs down to your feet. There's nowhere else you need to be and nothing else you need to be doing right now. Take a moment for yourself. You deserve this. You are worthy. You are beautiful and you are loved. And I want you to know that you don't need to be doing all of the things to be good enough. Right now, just sitting here, feeling and being in your body, that's enough. So I really encourage you 3 times a day, 3 deep breaths. And do this. Check in with your body. How are you feeling? What can you feel within your body? What is your body wanting to communicate with you? You don't need to be doing all the things all the time. You just need to be you. You are worthy. You are beautiful. And you are loved. So thank you for being here today. If you've made it to the end of the podcast, I really, again, would love to ask you to like, share, subscribe so that we can get this podcast out to the women that need it. Let's create a movement of getting out of our minds into our bodies and creating these lives that we want to live. I'm done with survival mode. I left it behind me long ago, and I want you to come on that journey with me as well. Until next time, take those deep breaths and know that you are enough. Mwah.